Hello everybody, what is up? Prof Toast here. As you can see, we're back here some more Final Fantasy 16. So last time we left off, I believe we're doing a few side missions, so I don't believe... Oh, wrong button. Let's see. I think we currently cannot travel out yet. So we'll have to... I think we got to do a couple missions around here first.
Did you see that?
So let's talk to you, because I think you're part of what we're doing.
Do you have a moment, Sid? A team of curse breakers has gone missing near Northreach.
Which team?
Coles. They were sent to liberate a carriage of bearers before they could be smuggled to market. They were moving in for their assault when the carriage was attacked by goblins.
Not
Curse
goblins.
Breaker managed to release a Stolas amid the confusion, but... this was days ago. They should be back by now, but I've heard nothing from any of them. I can't help but worry that...
They know the work is dangerous. But I'm sure they're fine.
Look, they're
What if
fine.
I've got them all killed?
Well, then you're getting demoted.
Before they go out, I always remind them why we're doing this, what they escaped, and what we're freeing people from. But I never really thought how my words might affect them. What risks they might take because of the things I've said.
Alright, wait a second. I'll go find them.
I'll go and find them. We'll both rest easier now.
Thank you, Sid. The plan was to intercept the slaver somewhere in the Dragon's Eyrie. I can't tell you much more.
That should be enough to go on. If they were there, Torgal will try.
So actually, I think these are just newer missions, so... I believe... So that just shows us where the King Bomb is. So let's go ahead and go down this way. I think we need to go talk to the old man.
It seems the hideaway has lost its appetite.
Is a storm coming, Sid? Will there be thunder?
Let me guess. You're here about the skies.
No.
Is there anything you don't know, Lawsman?
It doesn't take a court astrologer to augur the obvious. As for what has disturbed the heavens, that, I believe, is a question the Fallen might be better placed to answer than I. And on the sixth day did the gods tear the sun from the firmament, visiting darkness upon their prideful sons and daughters. But I dare say you remember your childhood lessons on the sins of Zemeckis only...
You think they're connected? That Ultima was one of the gods responsible?
Well, he has certainly exhibited powers that we mortals would associate with the divine.
There is nothing divine about him.
Yeah, but he's all magical. He
But
kills
he wouldn't
people.
be the first god of whom that could be said, now would he? Yet for all the fairy tales that tell of the sins, there is almost nothing in the way of actual historical accounts. Had I the Journal of Moss the Chronicler, I may have been able to tell you more, but alas, I fear all remaining copies have been lost to time.
So I guess we gotta go find you a book.
Certainly not. Because there is nothing to forgive. Even without this journal, you've provided us ample wisdom. And we will always be grateful for it.
Okay, so... I'm guessing we gotta do the stuff around here first before we're able to go out. So let's see. Assuming we're gonna need to go all the way back over here. So one thing I wish in this game is they gave you a way to, you know, run a little faster in the camp. 'Cause there's a lot of instances where you gotta basically kind of, you know, trek back and forth through the area. That's
How is
you.
it that every one of your little excursions presages some inexplicable catastrophe? Not that you are to blame for the Dominion's fate. No one could have predicted the actions of the Crown Prince.
I'm sorry I couldn't save your home.
Like, listen, man, I was just
My
as surprised
countrymen
as you
are
were,
stronger
okay?
than you think.
Sure, because last time we
A
played,
few
freaking,
toppled
we had the
clock
whole
towers won't break their
fight with
spirits.
Bahamut.
They'll be back on their feet in no time.
Question of who's ruling that kingdom now?
Look at us. Bluer than a pair of bog crabs. Tempting though it may be, sulking will not help us find a solution to this mess.
believe there's one to be found?
I don't know. But I am certain we're more likely to find it if we first examine the facts.
Beneath these darkened skies, fear and confusion reign over Valisthea. Oh, the lands around the fallen mother crystals had already begun to wilt for want of ether. But not like this. Crystals that filled wells and fueled furnaces, now nothing but pretty shards of rock. And those that hang from the people's necks cast nary a glimmer of light to keep the dark at bay.
So you're saying all these people are going to have to learn how to create fire on their own.
That the end of days is upon us. Yet I fear
I think, yeah, at this point everybody's pretty reliant on, you know, crystals for fire, water, light. I think with us destroying this, it's basically going to make it so these crystals don't really work anymore. So yeah, eventually they're like, shit, now we actually got to use real lanterns.
With magics as like to fail as function, even the strongest nation would falter. Rosaria and the Iron Kingdom teeter on the brink of collapse, while the tragedy in Twinside has all but paralyzed the Holy Empire. Dalmekia fares little better. Rumor has it the ministers fled the capital after the fall of Drake's Fang, leaving their beloved republic to crumble. Waloed, meanwhile, moves in earnest. The Einherjar has been sighted off-storm. The world, in short, is in chaos. It would seem our civilization was nothing but a castle of sand, to be washed away at the whim of the waves.
A castle of sand.
Not my best flourish, but it seemed fitting. The reports I've received are considerably more blunt in their appraisal. Without the protection of their nations, it will fall to the people to defend themselves against those who would take what is theirs.
Which is only ever going to end one way.
Defending a farmhouse against a band of chocobo thieves is one thing, but pitchforks and palisades will do little to stall an army's advance. Should the King of Waloed deign to invade, there would be none to stop him.
None but us. Perhaps Otto will be more inclined to share his thoughts when he hears what the others have to say.
So I gotta talk to you, because I'm pretty sure we still cannot travel out yet. Alright, Otto, what do you got for us?
Clive, we have a problem.
No
Only
shit.
one. That would be a first.
It would. Actually, there are three.
You
We
liar.
had as many owls arrive while you were at the shelves. Martha's got a cashing out her gates, and talk of monsters roaming the hills outside of Northreach has put the wind up Isabel and her lot.
And don't forget Dalimil. Lubor says the village was raided by bandits.
When it rains.
It fucking pours. The curse breakers are spread thin, taking stock of the damage in the Dominion. And even if I could get word to all of them, I doubt they'd get here in time to make any real difference. Which means there's only two people who can.
Jill and I.
And who was it? Oh, I guess it's us,
Let them
huh?
know we're on our way.
And don't forget Torgal. He's an essential member of the team. Okay, so I'm assuming now I can travel out? Yes, I can. Alright, so now we need to go somewhere near the Dragon's Eyrie. So yeah, basically, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and try to find... Let's go ahead and go here. So yeah, we're basically gonna try to go find the Bomb King for one of the missions. So now if I look here, I believe essentially, hold on. Alright, so I think we haven't unlocked the part of the map, but I think it should just be right around here, if I'm correct. Yeah, it looks like this should be the path. So, where are we? We are right here. Forgot, can I put markers? I don't think I can. Alright, so we're just gonna have to try to aim for it. So if we go that way, yeah, it should basically lead us right along the edge. Oh, did not mean to do that. I meant, or was it? There we go, chocobo. Sorry, every time I don't play this for a second, I was like, fuck, what were the controls again?
Run like the wind.
Oh, damn it. Alright. Oh, that was easy. What was that thing? These guys real quick. Then we will go to our bomb king. Actually, shit, did I even? Okay, never mind. I was about to think, like, fuck, did I even restock? I'm like, boy, I already did. Alright, we good. And now, without further ado, let's go ahead and get on our chocobo. Okay, so we're just about right there. Is this the area? Yep. So, if I'm correct, yeah, he'll basically be right about up here. The croc? Okay. I think all we gotta do, yeah, keep going, then make a left. So normally probably wouldn't even notice this little side path, but then looked like I kind of had like a little side map pulled up. Just so we don't get lost. Come on, Chocobo, let's go.
That'll do, girl.
It's like, oh, setting off the Chocobo, that must mean this is our Bomb King. Question, if I use Phoenix on him, is that going to heal him? Just want to find out.
Look what we have here. Greetings, Your Majesty. Too slow.
I don't think that's healing him, so it should be okay. Oh shit, okay. Sorry, I was looking at my thing like, wait, what did I just press? Oops, okay. Oh, what the heck? God damn, how long does that last for? I might want to get the heck out of there. Forgot I kind of switched some of my attacks up. Or at least for the icons I can use. Actually, we're doing fairly okay. 'Cause this one we don't have to actually worry about staggering him, so it's not actually too bad. Oh shit. Alright. Very good. I was able to get out of that. Oh, got hit a little bit by that. Ow. The hell, man? Okay. Sucks. I only need a little bit more. There we go. At that point, I was like, you know what? Fuck, I'll just use a ranged attack. Alright, so... we got that.
Your reign is over. Now to collect the ash.
Oh, okay. I still gotta collect some of this.
Probably brought a bucket. This looks like the stuff. Let's see if there's any more.
So can't remember if this was for the pouch or not, because I know at some point you can do a mission that will actually make it so you can carry more potions with you, but...
that should do it. The wine needs more than this.
That's right. They did add that back in there. Like I said, when I first played this, yeah, you usually had to fast travel yourself, but now that you kind of do it quickly.
All right there, Sid? How's that hunt for the bomb ash going?
I have it here.
It was fine.
That's the stuff. And plenty of it, too. Enough to keep the Olympic bubbling away for a good old while. You're a gent, Sid. Let nothing say otherwise. Right then, let's get this contraption up and running.
Sorry, what were we actually building? Sometime later.
There we have it. The Telemon Alembic. And it works just like the chief said it would.
What does it do,
Very
though?
impressive.
Says the man who cut down a burning boulder. Speaking of which, I still haven't returned the...
There's no need. The good it will do for the hideaway is reward enough.
Don't be silly. Why don't you let me take a look at that bag of yours?
Ah.
The one you keep your potions in. Reckon I could work some magic on that.
What kind of magic?
Yeah, like, what are you gonna do?
Well, we happen to have isolated a substance in our test run of the Alembic that I reckon will make even the toughest lever supple as anything. Thought we might use it to breathe new life into old boots and the like. Save the hideaway a few.
Why do you gotta say supple like that?
I reckon if we slap a bit on your bag,
Ah,
loosen it up enough,
so we
you
can.
could squeeze in a bottle or two more.
I mean, yeah, this was actually the exact mission I was looking for.
Try, I suppose.
That's the spirit. Leave it with me. I'll only be a mo.
So you're saying you can just use whatever liquid you put on there, I can just magically hold stuff in a leather bag?
Well,
Witchcraft.
what do you reckon?
It certainly feels more flexible.
Does leather work like that?
Told you.
I don't know, I'm not questioning it. It's Final Fantasy.
I think.
No. Thank you for supporting Mid and the rest of us in our endeavors. Without you, we'd never have been able to discover wonders like that stuff I rubbed on your bag. And I'm telling you, there's plenty more where that came from.
Oh, yeah? That's why those little plus mark looking quests are usually tend to be pretty useful. So now I can actually hold a little bit more potions, which will, you know, help us in some of these boss fights coming up. See, now I can hold 6 potions, 4 high potions, and 3 strength tonics. Oh, I think in the stone skin one as well. Alright, let's go back out here. Oh damn, I gotta go all the way down there.
The girls here can have Otto and Gav and Gareth.
What's she going on about? She's like, my heart beats for another.
Did you see that?
What was this one?
Oh, bother.
About what?
I've 2 dresses that need stitching, but I haven't got a scrap of linen. Those girls' rags are so threadbare. It's a wonder they don't fall to pieces. And we most certainly cannot have that. A certain amount of decorum must be maintained. You wouldn't want the poor things going without decent clothes now.
Oh, of course not.
Of course not.
Oh, aren't you a dear?
No,
You see,
I'm a
I paid for
human.
2 bolts of cloth from the drapers in Northreach, blue and red. But they don't deliver, not to places that aren't on the map anyway, so I'll need someone to take this receipt and collect them.
And you'd have this someone be me.
I would. And don't let them fob you off with anything less than what I paid for. 1 bolt of blue.
Oh, why does it always have to be Clive? They're like, hey, there's nobody else but Clive that can do this.
They said they'd give us new clothes.
Unless it's like some area that's inhabited by monsters, which usually tends to be the case. Alright, let's go ahead. Check out Sharon.
Going purse weighing you down.
Sure is.
It'd better all be here. You'll not find a better price than that. You're rubbing me blind, you know.
Like, you're robbing me blind. Like, no, wait. I never got that. Why did she say you're robbing me blind? Like, but I'm purchasing everything, so I'm actually supporting you. The hell, lady? I can't do nothing.
Is that all?
I think that's all. Let's see, so we gotta aid Martha's rest. See Dragon's area Cole's party and visit the Draper in Northreach. Okay, so let's see, where do we want to go first? Do we still have another plus quest over here? Okay, anyways, let's go ahead. Actually, we can kill 2 birds with 1 stone right here. Since it seems like we got... I think this is one of our quests we're on. Either way. We'll try... I'm trying to... Somehow... Actually, that one's actually locked to us, I believe.
Fucking thieving bastards. My shop.
Oh, well then, alright, fine. I won't do that quest. Anyways... Let's go ahead. I was gonna say, we'll somewhat try to kind of weave in between little side quests and the main quest.
Than your uncle. Should I be worried?
A little bit.
You haven't been introduced.
Jill, Clive has told me much about you.
All lies, I'm sure.
Your Stolas said that Dalamil has a bandit problem.
Indeed. Although you're a little late. They left with our food and guild days ago. Any idea where they went? The desert's a big place. Your guess is as good as mine. But the fact is, I have more immediate concerns.
What did you say to me? What did you say?
The hell was
says my
that?
magic. Let's just say we've yet to reach a consensus about how to solve Dalamil's little problem. And at this rate, it won't be the actions of the bandits which prove to be our undoing. It will be our own. I've tried reasoning with the dissenting parties, but even the Desert Hare has limits.
Perhaps we could talk to them.
What makes you think they'll listen to us?
What makes you think they won't?
She makes a fair point, Sid. And you won't have wasted much of your precious time if you fail. They're just across the courtyard.
It is true. It's a very short distance.
Suppose we just follow the shouting.
Alright, you guys need to break it up in here.
You wouldn't talk like that if it had been your men whose throats were slit. Blood for blood, it's the only way. We hire mercenaries and have them mount the bandits' heads on our walls as a lesson to the rest.
And what happens when those mercenaries are slaughtered like your men? Are you going to hire more? We're better off using that coin to buy food and supplies. If we hire mercenaries, the only thing we're buying is the bandit's ire. And you cannot fill empty bellies with that. Do you hear me?
But what happens when they come back? Maybe it'll be your throat that's slit.
Like, people, don't worry. I'm here. I'll take care of it.
Any more of this and I'll throw you out myself. Come back when you're ready to talk like adults.
It's like, fine then, God. See, look, we didn't have to talk to him.
Victor. What's he doing here?
Sid. And Lady Jill. What brings you here?
I was about to ask you the same thing.
Costness is in chaos, and the markets have all but ceased to operate. The Briar's Kiss here in Dalimil is the only place I can reliably obtain supplies. I was here to do just that when Master Lubor told me of his troubles. He thought I might be able to talk some sense into these fools. But if you're here, I suppose his patience must be waning.
Who are those people?
Those were the thorns in Lubor's side. And the reason this place might be headed the same way as Costness. It's these accursed skies.
I swear, I feel like without Clive here, freaking half of these places would just go to ruin. Clive just kind of rolls up, is like, alright, hold on, I'll handle this.
But in the meantime, perhaps we can find a solution to Dalimil's.
I hope so. For all our sakes.
Alright, I'm back. And you're right, it was a shit show.
So, you see my predicament? What I saw was a room full of people who were angry.
Also, why do you have swords all over the ground?
And with good reason by the sound of it. But if left to smolder.
Like, sir, you need to clean your place up.
And fear could set the entire town alight.
My thoughts exactly. What to do? Both sides wish to protect their homes and livelihoods, if only they could agree on how. But as long as they are divided, we are vulnerable.
And if there's one thing bandits like, it's an easy target.
What would Sid the Outlaw suggest?
Beat their ass. That's what we do.
If it were my namesake, he'd let them choose for themselves. And be on hand to pick up the pieces when it all went wrong.
That sounds like a recipe for disaster.
Yeah, the way they were arguing too.
Recipe for disaster is precisely what it is. But perhaps that realization would be enough to make them question the ingredients. While it's plain neither Conrad nor Natalie will countenance the other's proposal, it may still be possible to make them doubt their own. Before presenting them with a third option.
Which is where Clive comes in.
To pool our resources and save the city ourselves.
Or you could do that.
Fight each other.
When all that fear and anger can be directed at the bandits.
It appears we have a plan of action. Victor, pay
I mean,
Conrad
alright. I figured they just like, Clive, can you handle it? Like, actually, we'll have the townsfolk do it. Also, sir, your stall is a mess. You got swords on the floor.
Faces are not well known in this town.
It's freaking lying about. It could be a tripping hazard for the customers.
Don't worry, Victor and I will do most of the talking. You need only play along.
Play along?
What he means to say is yes.
Like, alright. You're the boss. Yeah, see, look at this. You got fucking How did they get sprawled out all the way back here? Did your guys' whole shack just get raided?
The scum of the twins.
God damn. Alright, anyways, let's go ahead. Oh, I think that's the reason why half of these are blocked off is because I think you gotta complete this little mission right here before we can actually do it.